Hello, welcome. Welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Monica, and I'm a yoga instructor and physical therapist. I'm really excited to have you on the mat today, ready to go. So all you're going to need is your yoga spot. A very small piece of space should do, and maybe any props that you might want to bring the floor closer to you. So if you have yoga blocks, that's great, or you can also use like stack of towels, blankets, pillows, really anything where we're kind of like bending forward and the ground feels very far away. Use that to support you and bolster you. And then if you want to put on any music to kind of set the vibe for you, I'll just keep things silent so you can listen to your music. And let's get started. Let's start in seated position on the ground. You can support the hips with a pillow, blanket, or block if you would like, or you can just go solo on the ground and crossing the legs however is comfortable, or maybe sitting on the heels. And we're gonna close the eyes here and just arrive into your yoga practice. And depending on how you feel, maybe you're really excited to be doing yoga, maybe you feel a little hesitant, not sure if you can make it through a whole video. Whatever you're feeling, just kind of accept where you are, make a commitment to at least remain conscious of your breath throughout part of the practice and to stick with that intention. So you don't have to do all the poses correctly, or there's not even a correct way, but if you can just kind of remain present with the inhales and the exhales from time to time over the next 30 minutes, that is a good goal, I would say. So let's do that now, really tuning in with the breath. So as you breathe in, notice if your breath is coming more from your chest or your abdomen. And then as you breathe out, notice if it feels shallow or deep. And as you breathe in, see if you can bring it a little bit more from the belly now. Hold it at the top, and then breathe it out. So maybe bring the hands to the belly, and you want it to kind of expand like a balloon as you breathe in. Hold at the top, and then let it deflate as you breathe out. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out, deflate. One more time, breathe in, expand. Hold at the top, and breathe out. Bringing the hands to the knees, dropping the chin down to the chest. Rounding the spine. And then arching the back, kind of creating this cat-cow posture where you open the chest, kind of bend your back, looking up, and then exhale to round. Inhale, open. Exhale to round. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back up to a nice tall spine, bring the hands together, Anjali Mudra. Closing the eyes. Just taking stock of where your energy is right now, letting it be okay however it is. And vowing to yourself that you will honor your body throughout this practice and try your best to engage in positive self-talk, no judgment zone. Okay, open the eyes, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the ground and unravel yourself to come to hands and knees. You can always bolster the knees on a blanket if you want a little bit more support. And then we're going to shift the hips back towards child's pose, rocking hips all the way back. Stretch the hands forward. Inhale. Exhale. If this is a little bit too deep for your body, maybe you stay a little bit higher up. in the air with the hips, so up to you. And then making your way back up, and we're going to plant the hands and walk the feet back, tuck the toes, and lift the hips up and back. Downward dog, bending one leg, then the other, one leg, then the other, walking the dog, really lengthening through the spine. And then walk, step, or hop up towards your hands. Forward fold, soft knees. Let the head hang heavy. Just relaxing down. Bending the knees as much as you need to touch the ground, or perhaps a block or pillow. And then you're unrolling the spine here to come up towards mountain pose. Your head being the last thing to come up. Wonderful. Coming to your mountain pose. So feet underneath you, palms facing forward. Close your eyes. Draw your shoulder blades back behind you. Really proud, tall stance here. Mountain. Grounding down to the feet. Having a moment of stillness and quietude within the body. And then reaching the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Flow it down. Bend the knees. Inhale. Halfway lift. Long spine. Shoulders back. Exhale. Fold. Plant the hands. Step back to downward dog. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Exhale to lower all the way down as one unit, keeping the elbows in close. Inhale for baby cobra or high cobra. And exhale it back to downward dog. Inhale to walk, step, or hop the feet up towards the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, reaching your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, palms to the heart. Sun salutations. We're going to do a couple of these and really get into the flow. Really engage in the present moment. Feel the sensations. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, flow it down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Inhale, plank or knee plank. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for a back bend of your choice, if it feels all right in your body. Exhale it down, making your way back to downward dog. Inhale to walk, step, or hop the feet up towards the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Vinyasa is all about linking the breath with the movement, and it can be really challenging to go at the instructor's pace. So I really encourage you, when I say inhale or exhale with a movement, just try to move with your own breath. It doesn't have to be exactly as I'm doing it. So a couple more of these, and then I'm going to have you go on your own. So we're going to inhale, reach up. You're doing great. Exhale, flow it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for back bend. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to walk, step, or hop up towards your hands. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale to Anjali Mudra. Okay, 2 more times, moving with your own breath. And if you get lost, just follow me, okay? So with each movement, you're doing 1 breath. Really take your time and try to slow it down. You're not in a rush to get through it. You're trying to enjoy the journey here. Okay, so on your own 2 times, and we'll meet up in mountain pose. Focus on your breath. Find the joy in just flowing through. When you're ready, meeting up in mountain pose. I'm sure you did fantastic. I hope you enjoyed that element of finding your own flow, listening to your own breath and body. All right, from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to bring the hands down, coming to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, and step yourself back to downward dog. Option to take a vinyasa here if you do want to throw in another push-up, or just hang out here for a couple of breaths. Really lengthening the tailbone up and back. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, bring it in towards the chest and gently, quietly plant that foot behind the right wrist. Coming into your runner's lunge here. And then option to drop the back knee if you prefer, or stay lifted for a high lunge. And inhale, reach it up. So in high lunge, all 10 toes are facing forward, and the back heel is lifted, lunging into that right leg. Lengthen through the spine. And then bringing the hands to the hips, we're gonna go into warrior 3 from here. So it can be any level, but we're going to bring the weight into the right foot. And you might just begin to launch right into lifting the back foot up off the ground and bringing the torso and the foot parallel to the ground. Or just kind of inch that back foot up and begin to play with that balance. And you might not tilt all the way forward, and you just kind of catch some air, maybe come back. So 2 options here. If you have warrior 3, maybe bringing the hands to the heart, maybe alongside the ears, or airplane, whatever you're feeling here. If you lose it, just come back to it. Keep a soft bend in the right knee. And then we're going to bring it all the way back to high lunge with control. Send it back. Great. Reach it up. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes down to the ground as you twist open to the right. Expand through the chest. Exhale it down, framing the foot with the hands and then dropping the back knee down, coming into a runner's stretch where you send the hips back, come onto the heel, folding over the hamstring. We're folding over the leg, feeling a hamstring stretch here. Deep breaths. And then bending back into that right leg, lifting the back knee up again. We're going to step it all the way forward to forward fold. Take a moment here, maybe taking a ragdoll, swaying it side to side. You would take the right elbow in the left hand and vice versa for ragdoll. And then releasing the hands down, stepping it back to downward dog. Reaching the left leg up, inhale. Exhale to bring it forward, bring the knee up and plant the foot behind the left wrist. Coming into your runner's lunge here, setting up for high lunge. Option to drop the back knee. And then inhale, reach up for high lunge. Reach the arms up, lengthen. Keep the chin slightly down and keep the abdominals pulled in gently here. And then bringing the hands to the hips, setting up for warrior three. So perhaps you kind of begin to tip forward and come off of the right foot and you play around with kind of this balance here. Or you come right into it by lifting the back foot. So either way, I want you to come back to it when you lose it. Persevere. Any arm variety here that you would like. Avoid locking the left knee. You can always use your hands on something or the ground to help you here. You're doing great. Come back to it if you lose it. And then we'll all, with control, come back to a high lunge. Wonderful. Reach the arms up. Inhale. And exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat. And then really open up the chest to the left. Twist open. Reach the arm up. Exhale, bring that hand down. And we're going to drop the back knee. And then come onto the left heel. Stretch the leg straight out so that you can bend forward and get the hamstring stretch on the left side. And then bending back into that leg, you're going to lift the right leg up and then step forward to forward fold. Let everything go so far. It's all practice. It's all just for fun, for learning the body. And we're going to walk the feet out so that they're the width of the mat and with your toes turned slightly out. So setting up for a yogi squat. So some of you guys might drop right down into a yogi squat, but there's a lot of variations. So you could kind of stay up on your elbows. This might be a little bit more comfortable. You could create a seat for yourself where you're kind of sitting on a bunch of blocks or pillows in this type of position. So coming into your yogi squat, palms come together. Maybe you close your eyes. You might be on your heels or on your toes. But see if you can find some stillness in your yogi squat. Option to kind of open up the chest here by bringing the left hand down and then opening the right arm up towards the sky. Open the chest, stretch. Bring it back to center, switching sides. Right hand coming down, left arm reaches up. Bringing it back to center. And then hands come to the ground and we come all the way back up to our forward fold and walk the feet out very wide. Very, very wide. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Option here to have the hands on something to bring the ground closer to you, or option to perhaps drop down to the forearms. Also, you have the option to work on headstand or inversions here, if that's something you'd like to try. Breathing deeply in your forward fold. Then walk your hands over to the right foot. And walk the hands over to the left foot. Walk the hands back to center. Perhaps you walk the hands underneath the legs slightly. Bringing it back to center. Left hand stays down, twist open to the right, reach the right arm up towards the sky. You also could put it on your hip if you prefer. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open it up to the left. Exhale, bring it down. And then walking your feet closer, just a little bit closer so you can come up. Bringing the hands to the hips. And then unfolding yourself, coming up towards standing with soft knees. And then you guys know my favorite part if you've taken my class before. I love the jump back. So maybe even close your eyes and you hop your feet back together. Awesome. Okay, so reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forward, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to downward dog. Exhale to slowly lower the knees down to the ground and assume your child's pose or puppy pose, shifting the hips back towards the heels, resting the forehead down, using any blankets or support here to bring yourself up higher if this is too deep for you. Finding your breath, letting go of the practice, just finding that moment where the inhale transforms into the exhale, and where the exhale transforms into the inhale. If you're not already in puppy pose, bring your hips up to be in line with your knees and walk your hands out further so that you can rest or begin to melt the chest down towards the ground. So this is kind of a shoulder opener here. Puppy pose. Just like a puppy would bow. You have the hips up in the air. Option to take kind of a twist here called threading the needle by bringing the left arm through to the right with the palm facing up and resting down onto the left ear and the left shoulder. If this is uncomfortable for you, maybe you skip threading the needle, or you could kind of support yourself with your right hand. Bringing it back if you did that, and then switching sides, threading the needle with the right arm, coming onto the right ear and the right shoulder, palm is up on the right hand. Coming back to center, puppy pose, breathe here for another moment or two. And then bringing yourself back up and then coming to a seat on the ground. So if you'd like to take regular pigeon pose, you're welcome to, or you can take this variety. So this is your moment for a hip opener. So again, traditional pigeon pose if you'd like, or follow along with me. I'll face you guys. So I want you to put your left leg out straight and then bring the right leg to a figure 4 stretch. So the ankle crosses over the left thigh, as so. So you might stay here and work on kind of being upright in the body and bringing the left toes in towards you. Or you have the option to kind of fold forward if that is accessible in your body or feels okay. Maybe starting to get a stretch through the left hamstring and perhaps also through the right hip. You also could reach towards the left foot. Try to keep the feet active here. So you're kind of flexing in both feet, upward. Breathing here. If anything's painful or uncomfortable, easing out of it and choosing a different stretch. All right, bringing it back up and switching sides. So if you're taking regular pigeon, switch sides. If you're following me, this will be left ankle over right knee, or right, like just above the knee on the thigh. And then being upright at first, kind of seeing how you feel. And a lot of people have stiffness, different stiffness on each side. A lot of people's hips are built differently and don't go down as far due to the bone structure, and that's you don't want to force through that. So just kind of honoring where your body is and where you notice tightness and stiffness, and stopping where you're going beyond the point of gentle stretching. So perhaps you fold forward here and get into that hamstring stretch a little bit. Or perhaps you stay more kind of upright with just a little bit of a lean forward. Just finding something you can hold here for a moment. That gentle stretch with the feet active. And then bringing yourself back up. And then we'll do the little cocoon pose moment before we go down onto our backs. I love this one. So kind of bringing the knees up and then wrapping the arms around the knees. And then you could just kind of be here and kind of try to relax as much as you can here. You also have the option to tuck the head in between the knees if that's comfortable for you. Take a moment, close your eyes. And then if you're ready, making your way all the way down onto your back. And this is the most important part. Let's sit this up, this final relaxation. So any other movements, postures you need to do before you get here, and then you can either come into corpse pose with the body splayed out, or any other leg position that's comfortable for you. But kind of finding a position of surrender where you can just let all the muscles relax and just let any tension go that you might be holding on to. Relaxing the eyes deep into the sockets. Relaxing your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and unclenching your jaw. Allowing your body to sink down into the floor or whatever surface you are on. And this part gets messy, this mindfulness, this meditation. It's really easy to judge yourself based on whether you feel like you're good or bad at it. And I really want us to try to surrender ego or judgment here and just focus on what you are good at, which is just being and breathing here. You just are here, you brought yourself here into this moment, and you're able to let the body breathe, let the body lay here. Just allow. You can do that, you're good at that. And if thoughts pop into the head, that's not wrong. Thoughts are welcome here. We're not trying to push anything away. But how can we choose our focus a little bit to be on the breath, on the sensations of the body in contact with the floor, with our clothes, with the air. Perhaps pinpointing again that moment where the inhale becomes the exhale. And at what point does the exhale become an inhale? Really dive into that moment and find it. Very good. If you're ready to re-enter your daily life, we're going to bring the hands to the heart. Take a moment of gratitude for your body and mind, for working hard here to connect mindfully those two things. If you showed up today, that is more than enough to begin to engage in mindfulness and self-care. Good job. So pat yourself on the back, and we're going to bring ourselves up to seated if you're ready. Try to keep the eyes closed as you get there. Sitting up tall and bringing the hands to the heart. Noticing how you feel. Noticing the quality of your breath. Your mood. However it is okay. It's good. It works. And I thank you all for being a wonderful, important part of the yoga community here on YouTube. And I really see you all through the internet and really appreciate you all. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon on your mats. You did awesome. Thank you. Peace to all of you, and have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Find other little pockets and moments of self-care, maybe even just tuning into that simple breath for a couple moments of the day and see if that has an effect on you, okay? All right, thank you. Bye.